Hello, people. This is Olin Yancey. I want to touch a sensitive topic. That topic is racism. Personally, I'm colorblind. My brothers and sisters, my chief and elders, my mentors and comrades are all of different races and nationalities. This is the beauty of Christ, for Christ unites all. In Genesis chapter 11, if you read about the Tower of Babel, in the beginning, all mankind was of one race. We were just unified in evil, going into the wrong direction. God had to separate us to prevent a greater evil, just as He banished Adam and Eve from the garden and away from the tree of life. Now, no one can deny the tension, the discrimination, the unfair scales, dark history, etc. evil, etc. mess when it comes to race relation. But speaking to Christians and whomever, you can't let the enemy of our souls deceive us into hating or shunning one another because of the color of our skin or the difference in our nationalities. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 basically tells us to not be the way the world is. It basically tells us not to be as the world is, but to renew our minds in God. Although there are strongholds of racism and discrimination in our government, and even within the hearts of many, we as God's people must choose God's way of thinking and being, and love one another. Let us not label each other or groups as being this or that, but let us judge people individually. Let's not let the few bad apples spoil the whole bunch. For there are murderers, rapists, deadbeat parents, bigots, thieves, and whatever evil in all races and nationalities. There are also good people, loving people, fair people, good mothers, good fathers, whatever good, of all races and nationalities. We are all of one race, the human race. People, you gotta stop hating each other. You really gotta stop it. And I feel my people still need to take a stand as far as civil rights. I feel as though, my people still got a whole lot of fighting to do. And we even need to check ourselves on some of the things that we need to fix and correct amongst ourselves. But even so, my heart is fully convinced that all men are created equal. And if God truly created us equal, what can man truly say or do about this? Nothing. We just got to change this. We just got to change this. Stop the hate. Let's put an end to racism. It has to stop. We really have to renew our minds to see things the way God sees them. And God sees us as our brother's keeper. God truly wants us to love one another, to respect one another. The greatest commandments of them all is love God first with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And the second is to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Basically, love and treat people like you want to be loved and treated. It's a simple command, so simple, yet not too many people can grasp it. It's to really treat people like you want to be treated, love people like you want to be loved. It's funny how thieves don't want to be robbed. It's funny how murderers don't want to be murdered. Yet people do unto others what they don't want done to them. The answers are in this book. You gotta love one another. regardless of what's going on in this country, regardless of this dark history, regardless of the tension that's going on, the tension that we can't deny, you have to put an end to this racism. And it starts within you. You know what? People say one person can't change the world. I beg to differ. You may not can make a great impact, but the little things you do changes the world. If you choose to think like God wants you to think and be how God wants you to be, and love your brother and sister, regardless of their race or nationality, you're making a difference. Again, people, stop the hate. Let's put an end to racism. Thank you.